Welcome to Lesson 2.6, Multiplying and Dividing with Scientific Notation. Today we're going to talk about how to multiply numbers that are in scientific notation and how to divide numbers that are in scientific notation. Alright, so to start, we're working with numbers that have the same base, which is always 10 when we work with scientific notation, and those are powers of 10, so they have exponents. So really what we're working with here is our laws of exponents. And we know that when we multiply numbers that have the same base, we just add the exponents. Well, since all of these are being multiplied together, and that's it, I know that I can use the commutative property to move all of my numbers around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together like terms. Like terms are numbers that are the same in regards to their properties. So like 1 and 2,987 thousandths is similar to 1 and 243 thousandths. Neither of them have variables, neither of them have exponents, okay, so they are like terms. And then I have 10 to the third power and 10 to the negative third power that are also like numbers or like terms. So I'm going to rewrite this and put my like terms together to make my multiplication a little bit easier to do. So to the negative third times 10 to the third. Now first let's use our rules of exponents. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep my decimals the same because I'm not multiplying those yet. And I know that when I multiply numbers that have the same base, I just add the exponents. So negative 3 plus a 3 is 0. So I get 10 to the 0 power. Now I also know that 10 to the 0 power equals 1. So in this case, I end up doing 10, or I end up doing these numbers times 1, which ends up meaning that I'm just going to do my two numbers multiplied together. So now all I have to do is multiply my decimals. And to make this go a little bit faster, I'm going to go ahead and use the calculator. And when I do that, I get 1 and 614,284 millionths. Since I have no exponents left and no powers of 10, I don't have to do any changing. I just have a straight answer of 1 and 614,284 millionths. Again, it wasn't that bad because of the fact that we have our laws of exponents, and we know that when we are multiplying numbers in exponential form, I just add my exponents. With division, I know that I subtract my exponents. So here, let's turn this into something that kind of looks like a fraction. So we have 5 and 25 hundredths times 10 to the fourth power. And we're going to put that over, actually, so we're going to cut, and we're going to make this into a fraction. There we go. And we're going to put that over 1 and 25 hundredths times 10 to the second power. Well, I know that based on my rules of exponents that when I have two numbers that have the same base, I can subtract my exponents. So what I end up with here is the same division problem. So I end up with 5 and 25 hundredths, because I haven't done anything with that yet, over 1 and 25 hundredths, times, because I'm dividing these two things right now, since I'm taking them and subtracting the exponents, I'm dividing those right off the bat, and I get 10 squared, because 4 minus 2 is 10. I'm sorry, is 2. Okay. So then now what I can do is I can actually just do 5 and 25 hundredths divided by 1 and 25 hundredths, and I get 4 and 2 tenths. So what I get for a result is 4 and 2 tenths times 10 to the second power. And now I can either leave my answer in scientific notation, or if the problem requires me to expand it to standard form, I know I move my decimal 2 places to the right, and I get 420. Okay, so we'll do 2 more examples here, and really all I'm going to do is help you rearrange them and give you the answers. So here we end up with 2 and 35/100 times 3 and 9/10 times 10 to the 8th power times 10 to the 4th power. Oops, and I should probably take that off again. There we go. And now I can go ahead and do 2 and 35/100 times 3 and 9/10, which gives me 9 and 165 thousandths times, well, I add my exponents, so I get 10 to the 12th power. And now I can convert my answer back to standard form. So I move my decimal 12 places to the right. So we get 9165. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I go back and I put in my commas. So I get 9,165,000,000,000 as my answer. All right, again, we're just going to take our numbers, write them in fraction form. So 5 and 76/100 times 10 to the 9th power. And I'm going to put that over 3 and 2/10 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. And I'm going to turn that into fraction form. So now what this means is that I actually divide, so 5 and 76/100 divided by 3 and 2/10, which gives me 1 and 8/10. So 1 and 8/10. And then I know that I have to subtract my exponents. So 9 minus a negative 3 turns into 9 plus 3. So I get times 10 to the 12th power. And then now I move my decimal 12 places to the right, so it's 1, 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I put in my commas. So I get 1,800,000,000,000 as my answer. Again, all you do is follow your laws of exponents and then multiply or divide your actual decimals. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to write them down or email me so we can go over them in class.